We have just seen the Diabloceratops model and the Herrerasaurus model, and I'm going to be showcasing that in today's video. But first, of course, today we're discussing a lot of the Isle of Evrima news, from biome showcases, model showcases or teasers, and of course some other features discussed by the developers and more. Obviously, timestamps and everything are on the screen now, and if you are new, feel free to subscribe to be kept in the loop for everything dinosaur game related. And of course, I do want to say, yes, this top looks like I'm wearing literally nothing, but it's actually a salmon pink. I know you probably don't care, and I know a couple people would probably be like, oh my god, I thought he wasn't wearing anything. It looks like it's skin color. No, it's not. The camera just doesn't show it. We have a preview that the developers have showcased of the anti-gamma system. Now, the anti-gamma system is essentially a way to stop people from making their own gameplay experience lighter by changing the gamma on their computer. Essentially, the anti-gamma system gets triggered when it notices a gamma change on the device that's using it, and then it would essentially make the game darker, nullifying the changes that have been made. I think that's how that works. I might not be 100% there. It kind of explains the naming behind it and the fact that the developers hate it when users do this. Essentially, we get to see what the night looks like with gamma off, or the anti-gamma off, which is on the screen now, and then we get to see what it looks like with the anti-gamma on, which looks absolutely normal. It actually looks like what nighttime looks like before night vision came out, where you couldn't actually see a thing. That being said, it does change it a little bit. If you do compare the before and after, you can see a subtle difference, but it still is very dark regardless, and you'd probably be using night vision anyways. So yeah, that is the anti-gamma system. Let me know your thoughts about this one in the comments down below. We have a ton more map previews that I want to show you. In fact, we have so many, which showcases a bunch of cool things. The first one is the toughest one, which I can showcase to you, which is a nighttime screenshot. There is pretty much nothing here. It basically showcases a watery area surrounded by a cliff and trees and the stars in the night sky. However, I have cranked up the brightness by a ton, so here is the cranked up brightness. It looks really cool when it's cranked up that way, and this is how I wish the nights were actually in the game instead of being so dark. But I mean, that leaves a lot to be desired, and it probably isn't as scary that way. But yeah, there's not much to say about this one, so let's move on to the next one. The next one is in the daytime, thankfully, and it showcases what looks like the start of a river-based cave, because on the right you can see the river water flowing through the cave and into the cave, so it looks like we'll be seeing some cave-based stuff in the map in the future. That being said, we also get to see some forests on this sneak map preview as well, and well, there's something else that I want to showcase. Let's just focus in on one of the rocks on this cave, because you can see two little dinosaurs climbing up it. Now, it looks like this is Herrerasaurus chilling on the rock, a pair of them which are chilling on the rock, which showcases their climbing ability, which indicates they'll either be able to climb side by side or downwards, because there's really no way of getting to this area because there's no clean sheet of like rock to just climb up, unless the Herrerasaurus has climbed upside down through the cave and then gotten to the top like that. That would be really cool if that's even possible, but I think it's probably climbed down or side to side to get to that position. That being said, this is basically a very nice Easter egg which showcases the Herrerasaurus model, and it's very nice. Yeah, let's just get into the next screenshot, shall we? Because that was probably the main focus of that one. But this one doesn't seem to have many dinosaur previews on it. However, the main focus is the river forking here. Some marshy grassland as well, a jungle, and of course an absolutely massive human facility, which one can assume is the aviary that has been teased in the past. The next screenshot shows this off even more, but this is absolutely huge. Compared to the big rock in the distance, it looks like this structure will be towering over the forests on the isle as well. But we get to see another screenshot of this. The fourth screenshot that I'm showcasing here is basically the same image from another angle. You can see the river forking more, and you can see where the river actually goes, but the main focus here is on that big aviary. You can see how big this structure is now. I have a sneaking suspicion that some Utah Raptor players will find a way to climb up this building in this, well, like once this is released. So yeah, if that actually does happen and they manage to do that, hats off to them, and I want to find out how you do that as well. That being said, this looks really cool. I really like it, but yeah, let's get into the final screenshot, which showcases a lot of cool stuff a monorail, and even a monorail tunnel, trees, and grass. But that's not all. There is also a Diabloceratops in the screenshot, which is pretty cool as well. Yes, you heard it here first. There is a Diabloceratops in this screenshot. And you know what? You probably didn't hear it here first, because I've probably been beaten by every DIO News channel. That being said, we also get to see the baby model for the Diabloceratops as well. It looks like this will be a model port from the legacy version of the game, of course, as this model hasn't changed too much. Maybe some touches up there to make it better in the lighting in this game and on Evrima. But that being said, yeah, the model hasn't been changed that much. It looks like this is probably a legacy port, which the developers have talked about in the past, which is all fine and dandy. I'm pretty sure this thing will get a new set of animations, calls, and some unique abilities and attacks as well to make it stand out. So I wonder how long this one will take to make, considering it already has a model ready. Yes, we got 2 dinosaurs teased in all of these screenshots of environmental details and a big human structure. So we got a whole lot of stuff here which could be shown, which is awesome. So, the final thing here, Ceratosaurus, Spinosaurus, replay systems, skeletons, and events. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff to talk about here. The first one we're going to get into is skeletons, because it's spooky month. Essentially, someone asked after Brian's recent live stream, he was working on bodies with bones, showing that there will there be full skeletons with no skin around them. The answer to this was basically the developers don't know yet. There was a design meeting which investigated this, which happened the day of this question being asked, but they can't really talk about it at the moment, but they don't know if it will happen. Switching to dinosaurs, we have some news. Someone asked if Ceratosaurus is being worked on. The developers said no. This basically goes in line to what Kiss and Kitten said in the recent dev blog, because she also said that Gallimimus, Ceratosaurus and that haven't been worked on as much lately, and that's because the developers are focusing on Troodon, Baby and Update 6. That being said, someone also asked if Spinosaurus is also being worked on. The developers also had the same answer here, saying that it is not being worked on right now, nor is the replay system being worked on. And to add to the replay system, they say it doesn't mean it's going to be scrapped or it has been scrapped, but they also say they don't know or not too sure if it will actually return to the game or not, so that's quite unfortunate. The developers also spoke on the idea of seasonal events, saying it's something that they like the idea of, but it's not something that will be happening this year, maybe not even next year either, with my estimations, because there's still a lot of development to go through. However, they also tied with the idea that someone suggested in the question area in this thread, saying that maybe some skins could be unlocked through these seasonal events, kind of like how Beast of Bermuda has those shimmer skins which are unlocked through shimmer events, which is pretty cool. And that's everything dev related so far. And there we have it, the recent The Isle the News developments. Yeah, I just said the Isle the News development, so no, it's the Isle News developments, the Isle of Evrima news. But yeah, no, we have quite a bit there to talk about. Spinosaurus, Ceratosaurus, we get to see Herrerasaurus, Diabloceratops, some human structures. Is so cool. And hopefully maybe there might be some other dinosaurs that I missed in those environment screenshots. That being said, we'll probably be seeing more DL news on Friday, the day this video goes up, because this is when the developers normally do their weekly status report in a sense. So we'll have to wait and see. If there is a substantial amount, there'll be a video on Monday. If not, there'll be another video that is not the Isle on Monday. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.